How's it going, everybody? My name is Splattercat, and welcome back to the Slackjaw defensive slash offensive. It's real out here in the field, and as you can see, things are rapidly degenerating into just a mess of purple and pink over in this region. They have taken Gravegloom, but it was part of the plan. At least that's what I'm saying for now. It was part of the plan. We have bombarded Gravegloom a tad. I do want to take it back, and it looks like he actually, I thought, counting, I thought that this could shoot at me at level 8, but I guess it can't. So, what can we do now? Well, we are going to try and reroute them. So let's take a shot at their hero, because if we can kill off their hero, losing a hero in this game is major. Like, if your hero gets killed off, you are just in a world of misery and sadness. And so they're going to invade and take that town. That's fine. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going to have him move in, take a swipe at you. Have him move in and take a swipe at you again. And we have them, so they're going to take a shot at him. I'm just going to sacrifice them. That's all I can do, unfortunately. This unit's going to try and save them by coming in on the flank. This unit is definitely going to come in, and yeah, there we go. I brought in the ringer. You better run, skeleton. And so I'm going to have the ogre come over here and finish off this unit. So there it goes, nice and dead. Give him a little bit of XP because we want to level him as much as possible, our elder ogre friend. And so we've got this unit of ghost wolves down here that I feel may be useful to me flanking down through the south, just in case these bears decide to get a little antsy. We're going to deal some damage to these vampires, as much as we can anyways. And in the last turn we attacked with our, or in the last episode we attacked with our dwarves against these vampires to try and drive them out. Now, I don't really, we're going to have him keep defending. I mean, he's probably going to falter and we're going to lose Karoth for a moment. But that's fine. We're going to get it back. We're going to get it back in the long run, so it's okay to falter as long as you get it back. And so let's move warriors down to here.
Clear-eyed and ready.
And then we're going to have, oh no, I miscalculated. I have miscalculated. So that guy's going to retreat. I can virtually guarantee you he's going to retreat because they don't want to lose characters. We also have another shot down here on this Caravellis, which I guess is just going to sit on my border. I don't know if he's a ghost ship or what's going on, but he's just decided to sit there until Kingdom comes, I guess. We've got a building that's ready to be constructed, as always. And I don't really know if I want to waste too much time doing this, but we're going to build a silver mine, and that's going to go here. There we go. So silver mine, very nice. Start leaching some things out of the soil if we can. Get ourselves a little bit of cash flow because we are slowly evening out based on our food production. I think in the next 2 turns we should be massively profitable because we do have a bank being built, and we also have a number of other things. Wait, what? Oh, he's a level up. I thought it said he had movement points left. Alright, so let's deal with his level up. And it looks like he can go Furious Charge once again. So I'm going to go with Furious Charge once more because, honestly, you might as well just boost the hell out of his attack power. So we got Furious Charge. Oh, that was his first level up. Never mind. Never mind. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I am just rambling. So our veterans, thank God, they can actually move a pretty decent amount of distance. So let's move our veterans over to here. I believe we should also have some skeleton warriors ready to go. So let's draw them down, and they're going to defend over here as well. Do we have another group of skeletal warriors up here? No.
Yes, my lord.
Now our hero is finally able to enter the fray, and this is actually kind of a big deal because he's going to kick asses and take names for us. So I'm going to bring him down, and once and for all, we're going to get rid of these bears. I don't want these to exist anymore. They annoy me with their presence. They have just been a massive irritation to me for the last couple episodes, and so I'm thinking I'm just going to break down and get rid of them. He's got 4 movement points. Is he going to move through there if I do that? Oh, good. So let's take a shot at him. That's going to give them a little bit of XP. It may even level them. It did indeed. So let's give them resistance to missile. There we go. And I don't think I have anybody else that can fight him, unfortunately. That was the plan, is that I wanted to have somebody that could come out and fight with him and kill him off. But I think he's probably going to retreat and escape for later. So we'll get him at a different time. Splattertopia is well defended at the moment, so I don't think I need to leave this garrison. In fact, I'm going to have them move to this border over here just in case King Lich starts to get frosty, or given that our ally's name is Nicholas Frost, in case Nicholas Frost decides not to get frosty with him, which your allies are it's hard to predict sometimes what your allies are going to do, so we'll leave these veterans here to fight with these minotaurs. They've got a reasonable amount of attack and a reasonable amount of health. We also need to level them up so some combat isn't going to kill them. Well, it might injure them, but it's not going to kill them. Now, Nicholas Frost has made peace with Rajak, so that means Rajak is now free to divert all of his attention to us. So let's pass the turn, and we'll keep an eye on this whole region. It looks like he put some defensive abilities on there. He's going to move this vampire unit over and attack them. Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. I don't really mind that. I mean, they were an elite unit, so losing them is kind of a pain. It kind of sucks, but all things considered, it's not so bad. And sometimes it can be difficult to take in turn by turn what's happening here. So he's going to retreat with his back line. Okay. He's going to attack me once again right there. And I think the next little grouping of units needs to go and destroy that. I don't know if there's any way to destroy that without actually frontally assaulting Crypt Hall, but this thing needs to go away because it can shoot my troops from just within my own borders, and I don't like that at all.
Successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
Now, we've got spell research done, so we've got imps ready to go. Oh, serpents. We've got serpents ready to go, and they're a ranged unit, which is going to help us out, and they deal elemental magic damage, which our foes tend to not be very well defended against elemental magic, but I think it's time to jump into the fray here. Now, they do take damage from life magic, and I'm a little concerned. Like, I kind of want to cast a healing spell on him and just see what happens, because I don't know if it's going to be like Final Fantasy where healing actually injures them. So it says except undead. Is he going to count as undead? He should count as undead, one would think. Dead, yes. So let's see what happens. Let's just see. Oh, it won't. It won't let me do what I wanted to do. Now, we are going to kill this hero first and foremost. This hero has got to go. So I'm going to have my archers. Actually, who do I want to finish him off? Because it's going to be a decent amount of XP for whoever kills him. I've got this level 3 unit right here. I wonder if that'll tip him over the edge. He'll actually survive if I do this, but it's going to draw him back to there. And actually, since that moves our unified front, I think that that's probably a good course of action. So our level 4 unit took care of that. We've got these gents right here, but I'm semi-tempted at the moment. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move them down to there. The Ghost Wolves are going to come in through here, deal a huge grip of damage, and no more vampires. So that's what they get.
Yes, my lord.
I'm also going to take a look at this Bat Fort. Now, I don't really know how to take care of it, but this unit right here, these guys are my all-stars for the purpose of the episode. They have just kept me locked down and taken care of in terms of usefulness. They've held that position this entire time. I'm very proud of them for that. Let's get our dwarves healed up before we make a final push. I'm just going to let everybody get healed to the extent that they need to be, and I'm going to have my hero come down here and just start fighting with these bears. Because that's what manly men like to do, like Lancelese. He's a manly guy, and that's what he likes to do. He likes to fight with bears in his off time. So our Ghost Wolves are out of movement points there. Actually, no, they're not. So let's deal some damage to them. Let's make them worry a little bit. So Cold Crypt is right there. We've got another city that we can assail. Oh, and we can deal damage to the Bat Fort. There we go. We'll start. We'll give a little bit back here. We're gonna experience some give and take with our opponent having to take. Now, this unit up here, once this levels, I'll probably go hit that magic tower then too. But for now, let's take this unit and continue his southward trek this direction. Looks like those Minotaurs backed off on that idea that they had to kind of invade our territory. It looks like they decided to move away from that course of action, and let's decide on our new spell research. So, we've got True Sight here. That's a decent spell. Lightning Bolt might be useful since everybody's upgraded now. Lightning Bolt, I think, is probably going to be in our best interest, so I'm going to go with that. Lightning Bolt bounces between units that are wearing metal armor, so given that almost everybody is armored at this point, that's probably going to be a good plan. The other thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to move my Ogre down this way and see if perhaps, what upgrades can he have first and foremost. Let's give him all the upgrades in the world since we're finally even on cash. We're going to give him just loads of upgrades so that he can be our sieger. I'd also like to upgrade our dwarfs, so let's make them drilled. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. We have an enemy at the gate over here, and it's going to allow me to take it. There's really no point, though. I mean, I'll take the shot just in the off chance that I get like 1 damage, but there's no way of knowing. And then this is going to wipe out that Caravellas once and for all. And so sink away into the briny deep, into Davy Jones' locker. This unit is ready to push west as well. I'd like to hold my borders as best as possible now that we have kind of these unified fronts all over the place. And actually, if I'm going to move that unit over there, I'll just bring this one back up to the north and just hold this region. Maybe use him to attack that magic tower because I don't like it. It's making me angry. And so this guy has leveled up. We're going to give him some resistance to missile for the time being. And then we're also going to level up. Oh, this unit got a level up too. So we'll give them Furious Charge to give them a little bit of extra damage.
Warriors.
And with our waiting orders here, we've got some warriors that are ready to go. We'll just kind of have them follow along. There we go. They can move to there and attack the bat fort. So we'll have them put some damage on the bat fort because I don't like the fact that that's hitting me within my own borders. That's something that I just refuse to stand for. And now that we've taken Grave Gloom again, we can start to rally these guys and move them south a little bit.
Where shall we go?
And I think that's about all that we can do for the time being. We can deal some damage right there. So never pass up an opportunity to get anybody some XP. You'll see that they do get a little bit of XP from that bombardery.
Clear-eyed and ready.
And who else is left? So we've got these guys. We're going to put them on sentry mode. We got these gents. We'll put them on sentry mode for the time being as well. And these guys. So these guys, I don't really know what to do with them. I guess I'll have them draw back into our own territory and head back up to this north area. And that done, let's see what Rajak decides to do. Let's see how he retaliates against us. And he's going to retaliate by beating my dog. Lovely. And so we kill off that unit there. I don't know why. Sometimes the enemy seems very concerned with just suiciding their units at us. And I don't understand why they do that sometimes. They just throw everything they have at you and just let it die. I think it's kind of an AI malfunction. When they could retreat and they could fight me inch by inch, it seems like sometimes they choose to just take ridiculous, basically, it seems like they decide to take unrectifiable losses. They choose to take losses that they shouldn't. And so let's put some damage on the bat fort. We're going to bring the dwarves up with the same intention. And the bat fort is destroyed. That's right, to hell with you, bat fort. And so now that that's out of the way, we can draw back safely into our own territory. I'm going to try and kill off those bats as best as possible with bombardment. But now that we've taken this entire front, we can draw back into our own, be isolationists for a little bit. My wolf has scouted, and unfortunately, they seem to target these wolves very aggressively. And so we're going to drive him out of that bear den once and for all. There it is, and so we get some mana. The deed is done. We finally succeeded. Allow that unit to take him out because he's low level. Get a little bit of XP there. And he's still resting. He's still resting. I think we probably have a lot of units that are just still resting, just kind of hanging back, doing their thing. And now we have the opportunity to decide whether we want to storm into their territory and wipe them out, or whether we want to hang out for a little bit and just see what happens. I'm of the latter persuasion, just because I don't want to risk losing any of the territories we've amassed now. So I kind of want to hang back, just sit on my heels for a bit, and see what happens. What was I doing right here? Looks like I've got food, commerce, warriors. Oh, I was going to turn this into a new production location. That's what it was. So let's go ahead and we're going to put in a... I don't really know what I want to put in right now. What can we produce? We can produce warriors. Let's put in a smithy, I guess. We'll put in a smithy so that things produced here for free get all of those bonuses that we've been talking about. They get the armor, they get the weapons. We've got 2 level ups ready to go. And what are his resistances looking like? His resistances are looking like he's got no defense versus elemental and death. So I am very tempted. Yeah, let's shore up that weakness because that's the most substantial one that I'm seeing right now. So we'll shore up that weakness for the time being. Get him a little more resistance. Draw him south because I think Cold Crypt is going to be the next thing that I attack. See if I can deal some damage to that. Just cause some mayhem. Cause some clutter.
Warriors.
And this unit has leveled up, so they've reached level 5, which means they can either get regeneration. Let's see what their elemental defense is at. Their elemental defense is nothing, so I'm actually going to step to the side right now and give them an elemental bonus because they've got absolutely nothing, which means if he decides to drop fire spells on them, it's not going to turn out well for us. We've got some spells that we can cast here. So let's go back up to Lesser Fireball. I think he's got 2 HP left, so yeah, that's going to kill you. And down he goes. And I don't think there's any limit to how much I can cast in a turn. What is the elemental resistance on these guys? So he's pretty... Well, I'm not going to be able to kill him, so I don't want to waste the mana for the time being. Let's look at other locations. Can I fire spells at his buildings? I cannot. No, that's going to charge on me. Yes, cancel the spell cast. I don't want to cast that. I just wanted to test out a theory. Oh, the casting time goes up in between. Okay, that's fine. And then let's cycle through our units that can move and take care of things. So I'm going to have them attack that magic tower from here on out. I was semi-tempted to bring these gents out as well and just have them attack it, which I think is what I'm going to do. We'll leave that undefended for the time being. These guys can just rest.
Warriors.
These guys can rest as well, and that's probably going to be the mass order that I give for the time being, is just rest. Rest up, get your legs back, get ready for the next invasion, because I believe it is coming. I don't want to be paranoid. I don't want to be one of those people sitting in a corner with a tinfoil hat talking about how the government made AIDS or something, but I want to. I definitely don't want to be under paranoid either. I want to be prepared. So let's draw him back to, not Grave Gloom. Oh, he renamed my city, jerk. So this was Sweden, and we're going to fight for Sweden this time. We've actually got everything situated to the extent that we want to hold it as best as we can. Actually, I don't really know where I want those units. I'll just leave them right there for now. These archers can... I don't really know where I want them either. I guess I'll have them come in behind this line. And these skellies can just hang out over here in Silverbane, just be my garrison for the time being. And these wolves, I sincerely doubt that every time I try and get wolves into their territory, it seems like the enemy knows how much damage they deal. Because they definitely seem to veto the idea that I'm ever going to get wolves anywhere near anything. He's building a tower right there, you jerk. Alright, so he's going to try and keep bombarding me. That unit's going to suffer ridiculous losses. I don't know what he was thinking right there. And there's a fireball straight into the center of my city again. Or a shadow bolt. This unit looks like it's overextended, and hopefully I can draw it back in. It doesn't look like they're taking much damage.
A new spell has been researched,
so let's push for... I know I said I was going to go for Cold Crypt, but I kind of want to push for Crypt Town. So let's destroy you, occupy that territory, come in, and it looks like Crypt Town's actually going to take pretty decent damage from a siege. So there's 18 damage right there. We'll bring you to there. He's got one attack point left, so we'll allow him to bombard that. He only did 8 damage, but that's enough. Enough's enough sometimes. We'll bring the wolves in. The wolves are going to focus on the defenses, I think. We're going to do the same thing with the dwarves and see if we can... There we go. Just siege unit the hell out of all of his defenses. I want to destroy all this. We're going to bring our hero in now. And actually, how are these guys looking? These guys aren't ready to sally out just yet. But we can draw him up to here. And I don't want to fight on too many fronts. I want to be careful about this. I want to make it clear. I'm not pushing for Cold Crypt right now. I'm just kind of making a sweeping motion up this way. Just kind of sweeping. Sweeping away my foes. And my hero... Honestly, he's got 30 health left. Let's give him some time to rest. I don't want to risk losing Lancelese. We'll give our wolves some time to rest because I feel like we've got a good 1-2 punch going on right now. I very much feel like we've got a very nice offensive lined up. And why not maintain the momentum? Now this is encouraging. This is moving a little bit into their territory. It's going to create kind of a wedge, which is going to create a defensive problem because they can come in this way, they can come in this way. But all things considered, I think we're in a good spot. So our other veterans are ready to go over here. So we're going to start moving them in this direction as well because I do want to maintain just a giant push against Rajak. I don't want Rajak to feel comfortable for the rest of the game. We can summon bears. No way. Let's do that. Let's do that. I have to have bear summon. We have extra mana. I have to have bear summon. It has to happen. So we can now create something over here. The converter is going to give us a bonus to magical classes. I don't really think that's going to help us out too much, to be honest. So I'm a little bit tempted to go with that. However, what's our mana production over here? It's from Bulgaria, we're getting 7.6. So let's just go with another mana farm, to be honest. Just keep putting down mana farms because I've noticed we've got a little bit... Yeah, it's because we're paying for a magical army now. We're paying a little bit of extra mana every turn. We've got more construction going on up here in the north. And I don't really know what I want up here, to be honest. We can... Let's go with another mana farm. We haven't been doing a lot of spell casting, so I think a mana farm is probably going to be beneficial for us. Close that down. And then... Oh, wait. I already named the one up there, Sweden. I guess I didn't name this one. Huh. Well... I'm going to name this one Mount Worthless because I miss Mount Worthless and I was very disappointed that we never got to keep it. So I'm going to go with one that I like on this one. And so we've got some building that can go on right here. We got a pig farm ready to go, so we'll just get the pig farm going. And then I think we need to garrison this too. This big horde of serpents over here is making me very nervous down in Thalos. I like that name, so I'm going to leave it as is unless I see something in the comments that convinces me otherwise. Over here, I think I'm going to build... What bonuses do we have? We've got a little bit of a boost there. Let's build a market. I don't feel like we have enough gold going on, so we do have a silver mine over there. We are in the positive, which is always good. It's better than being in the negative. We have bombarding ready to go. It's not going to help us too much. There's not a lot to shoot at, but maybe we'll get 1 damage. So I'll fire it out and we'll see what happens. And then we've got a number of orders to give. So we're going to continue our forward thrust into our enemy's territory, but I want to do it from a top-down fashion. So, oh, these guys have already done... Oh, maybe it's just a unit I missed then. So we've got these guys right here. Let's bring them up and in over to here. We're going to have them deal damage to that.
Warriors.
And these guys probably just need to rest because for whatever reason this thing keeps shooting at them when it should be shooting over here. I think these skeletons are immune, to be fair. So we'll bring them down, bring them a garrison there.
Attention.
These guys should definitely push forward, I think, if anything, just to help out with these bat forts so that we can get them out of the way so that we're not taking any kind of extra punishment that we don't need to be taking. The ogre's going to come in from here, probably put him on this gold mine to help wipe that out. And who is this? Oh, archers. We have backline archers, and I didn't even realize it. Okay. We'll bring them up and into here. Can they take a shot? Oh, they can. Good. So Crypt Town's going to take a little bit of heat here. And our final unit's going to be them, but we're going to put them to sleep in the location. We can now recruit green bats in Karoth. That works out. That works out. That's favorable. And Nicholas Frost has captured Silvertown. And I think that's all we're going to be able to do for this turn. So let's pass it on by. Oh no! So he's spending a little bit of mana to get us off his back there. So we're gonna have to make a retreat, unfortunately. He's still gonna bombard them. Put a couple arrows in our wolves, and we're gonna lose that unit right there, quite possibly. Seems like a distinct issue, and now we have an offer. So,
Listen, I wanted to speak with you about something.
okay, this puts us in a rough spot. I'm going to have to trade that because I want to stay on a good terms with him. He wanted to trade us gold for some mana, and since our mana is being produced at a reasonable rate right now, I don't see any problem with that trade. First and foremost, let's see, can they destroy that outright? No, they can't, but they are going to deal some damage to it, so let's see how much pain we can dish out here, just to limit the amount of arrows we're taking during the course of this conflict. And so we're going to have him go through right there and take that out. Support the retreat of these warriors over here as best as we possibly can. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And so we'll draw these guys back behind the safe enclosure of our town. And this bat fort is going to be built very shortly as well, which is a disgusting proposition. It's one that I don't really like very much. And so we're going to be forced to pull our wolves back for just a moment and let them heal because they don't have a lot of HP. The wolves are kind of squishy. But the good news here is that I think our hero is ready to roll. So we're going to draw him up as well.
Warriors.
This level 2 unit of warriors is going to come up and support. These veterans are also going to come out this way to the west and support. So we've got a decent structure here, and they're really only hurting themselves. Like, our units are just not dying. He's not making sure that he finishes the job on anyone, unfortunately. We're going to have our skeletons do the attack over here. And, oh, he's got a mountain range, does he? Oh, no, he doesn't. Never mind. I'm just an idiot. There we go. And so once we get this out of the way, we'll fall back to Sweden, our holdout zone, and everything will be fine. Our dwarfs still appear to have a little bit of... Oh, they have a level up. So let's give them resistance to... What do they have? They're not very resistant to magic, so we'll give them the magic resistance. Just to take a little bit of... A little percentage off. We're going to give our merry men some unit power, I think. Let's give them some stopping force, and then we're going to have them bombard Crypt Town. Now, if we take Crypt Town, I think he's probably going to fight us pretty heavily for Crypt Town. I don't think Crypt Town is going to be one that he's just going to give up willingly. We'll give them that same resistance. We'll extend that palm, extend that hand, and let's have the rest of these units come up this way just to kind of get rid of this bat fort. I don't want it there. I hate it. I hate that bat fort very, very much. We'll put them on sentry duty. And these guys right here are in a bit of a precarious situation. I don't like their positioning, so I'm going to draw them back, I think. And there we go. And so I'm going to have to keep this one short because my hard drive is blinking at me and saying that the thing is full. It's saying that it's full. I can't render any further. So this is where we're going to drop off with this episode. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but Crypt Town is going to be mine. I'm going to claim Crypt Town because it's looking at me in a strange gothic manner, and I just... It's making me feel depressed. Like, Karoth is having to look over the hill at Crypt Town. Everybody over here is, like, cutting their wrists and listening to Moonspell. And so we're going to go over here and just take it over and make it happy. It's going to be a happy Undead City. That being said, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the next episode of our Don't Starve LP. This is completely Don't Starve. What am I even talking about? Warlock Master of the Arcane playthrough, and I will see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody.